Okay. Andres SDCA wants to know, are there going to be any more Fighter and the Kid live shows?
Who knows?
I haven't thought about it. We could do them in Austin.
A few people ask this.
Yeah, there's enough space in Austin. We could do that. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Again, it just depends on Brian. Like, it's to get me to go out of town's a beast these days, especially with Tigers Travel Ball. It's a beast. But Brian's on the road all the time, so that's why it makes it tough.
Yeah.
So, but you could do them in Austin.
Yeah.
That'd be easy.
100%.
And maybe you could, and then you could upload them to the Patreon or to the live. You know.
I'm gonna start doing just 2 weekends a month anyway.
Yeah.
Darren,
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that.
Darren McCormack, 33, wants to know, what's the reasoning behind your move to Texas, and what was the last straw in LA?
The fires.
I don't get why you say the fires, because you're on the beach, Bubba.
I'm just done. I'm done with the traffic. I'm done with the fires. I'm done with the city that doesn't. I'm done with how much it costs to live here. I'm done with the fact that I get nothing for my taxes. I'm done with Los Angeles. I'm done after 30 fucking years of giving everything I had to this fucking town. And I don't have a good taste in my mouth about Los Angeles.
See, I don't have that resentment. Like, my life here is dope, but like the hustle I'm on now, I could keep doing it, but you know, with my overhead here and the studio, the multiple houses, all the shit that I'm doing, the businesses, when someone was like, hey, if you move to Austin, you would save this much a year. So in 5 years, you don't have to do anything. And I was like, you're crazy. And really, Lex and Rogan kept telling me. And then the equity in my house, like, I won't have a mortgage out in Austin. You know? And then, so that's a huge side to it. And then, like, the school my kids go to, me and my wife fight about this all the time. I don't like the environment they're in. I can't stand it. And the public schools, especially the area we're in, are atrocious. And they have like those safe rooms and all that woke shit, which I do not identify with. It's just not my thing. It can be your thing. It's not my thing. I don't want that for my kids. So I really didn't know what to do there. So to get them out of it, and then when I went and visited the schools in Texas, I'm like, oh my God, this is what I align with. This is great. I want them being raised in this environment. And so it made it pretty easy. But I'm not one of those guys that leave LA and shit on LA. And like, I've had a great time here. I have nothing but good memories in LA.
Yep.
Okay. I think this is Linda Marie Gamboa asks, this question came up a lot too. Can you guys, or will you guys ever hold a raffle to have a fan on the show as a guest?
A raffle? I don't know.
No.
Have we ever done that?
Hold on. No. Yeah.
That'd be weird.
No. Maybe in the very beginning, if we can get a time machine and go back to 2012. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what's your reasoning?
I'm already bored.
What do you think, Jim?
Hey, what's up, buddy? So where are you from?
No, yeah. I think when I first started with you guys, I was like, that would be a great idea. But now that I've been through this for a long time, it's like, you guys would struggle to get this person to be talking about certain things.
It's what happens.
It would be
fine.
tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Julian Sauce Do wants to know if Brian was in Brendan's body, and if Brendan was in Brian's body, who would win in a fight?
If I was in Brendan's body and Brendan was in my body, Brendan's body's going to beat Brian's body. It's called physics.
Yeah.
But he'll have a different
Skill
sense of fight
sets,
knowledge and skill sets.
Yeah, but I'd be a lot stronger than good old Brendan and his dumb jujitsu.
Yeah, I would still have my black belt in Brian's body. But also his knees and stuff. I don't know.
Fucking lights out. I'd punch your lights out.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
I would punch your fucking lights out. If I was in your body and you had your skill set, I'm punching your lights out. And I'm going to fucking break your neck. Don't talk to me about your fucking dumb.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can do all your jujitsu and I'm going to fucking get a hold of you and throw you on your head.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to suplex you.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah.
That's a funny
There
question.
is a limit to how strong you are. And when you can bench 225, 27
How much
times,
do you weigh?
170, sir.
Eesh, that's light.
It's light. And not a strong 170.
Yeah, I know.
Fairly athletic. I'm
Older.
58, dude.
I know, but you're still 58.
58.
Yeah.
It's not a good
There's some
situation.
miles, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big commitment.
Real quick, would it matter if it was like so either MMA or like Jorge Masvidal, right? Bare knuckle MMA.
Yeah.
Which
It has
is-
to be MMA. I wouldn't do boxing.
So so I was
He'll
asking
fight a
about
guy who
boxing, too.
fights at 55.
All right, never mind.
Okay. Tynan Thomas said, here's a classic. When are Chin and Brian going to actually fight?
Oh yeah, you guys were supposed to for a while, but then
Now that I know Brian's strength, it's
We're not going to fight.
you guys are older too. How long ago was that?
8 years ago.
Yeah,
He's an original fan.
8 years ago. That shout out to that fan for the throwback. 8 years ago, it was fun. Now at your guys' age,
I was hitting mitts yesterday. I was crisp.
it doesn't matter.
No, I think Brian would. Now I
And I was
realize
rolling.
Brian would mess me up. I know.
Yeah, but Brian's 58. You're how old, Jen?
47.
Ain't nobody's fighting.
No.
Those
Although
days,
I was impressed with my-
shout
I
out
went
to
3
that
rounds.
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
sore,
great.
too.
Hey, shout out to the fan for that throwback,
Yeah.
like a
Appreciate the support for all
motherfucker.
these years.
Like when we seeing this,
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll still have fun messing around because
mess around.
the new studio will have a big area.
Yeah, yeah.
to it.
That's what I was
Space.
saying.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Chin, when I was boxing a lot and you had never boxed, I was like,
I know.
Just didn't wanna
I was
hurt
being,
you.
I was being presumptuous. But
yeah. Well, you were bigger.
I know your strengths
But it's
too.
like
now.
Brennan will tell you, if you don't know the language, you're going to get caught,
I hear you.
especially with boxing. It's not good.
333 Vader wants to know, how do you guys always keep positive, especially when any hate is thrown your way?
Because at the end of the day, when hate's thrown our way, I always laugh at this. I'm like, you know what I do all day? And this is all I've ever done. I spend all day trying to figure out ways to make people laugh. And then I do a podcast. I don't know what I'm doing that's causing, like, if you hate me, I don't know what to tell you. I've always tried to treat people well. I think if you asked anybody I've ever worked with, anyone I've ever been around, they would tell you that I'm a pretty nice guy who does his best. I take care of my family, and he's the same fucking way. Every time somebody meets him, they go, "Hey, he's really nice." Yeah, I know. You know what he hates? He hates even hurting people's feelings.
but you know, like
it's
what are
always
we
like
supposed to? Like, what are we supposed to do?
You hate us?
Also, name somebody that's not like anybody that, and we're not celebrities, but like anyone doing anything of note, like hate's just what you sign up for. I don't know too many people that like just focus on that. If all we did is focus on that, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I don't read comments, good or bad. That's the thing. I never good comments, bad comments. I don't read because they give you the same power. If you put weight in that, you can't win with the internet. But I think for the most part, I get love and I don't get a lot of hate. But
I just come to the territory.
and sometimes people are just fucking with you anyway. Sometimes it's fun to hate on somebody. Sometimes it's fun to kick somebody around. Just
It's such
because
a waste
like-
of time, though. It's just such a waste. Like some of the people that edit these videos of these reaction videos, or the downfall of Shane Gillis or Andrew Schultz or Brendan Schaub. It's like, buddy, clearly you have editing skills. If you just focus on it, you'd have a career, dude. Like if you did something creative where you weren't, just giving an opinion on somebody else's talent, like, dude, you could fucking do this, man.
I'd like them to work
They have
for
more
me.
skill,
I'll
more
hire
skill
them.
than I do.
I'll hire you. Yeah. I think part of it is also I just was thinking about this the other day. Like comics, we're not, we're misfits, and look, there's plenty to criticize about me. I criticize myself. If you think you're criticizing me, you should see how I talk to myself. So I'm not saying I'm not worthy of some hate or criticism, but I was thinking about this. I said to my wife the other day, I go, you know what I do all day? I walk around and I try to think of ways to make people laugh. It's not a bad way to live, and it's not a bad thing to put out there. I never make fun of people, never did, so, that's what I can say.
Just need to come to the territory. It's just the culture we live in,
Yeah.